Hi everyone and welcome back. This is Movie Tales. Today's story, The Immaculate Room. A couple agrees to spend 50 days inside a completely white sealed room for a chance to win $5 million. But as the days pass, isolation begins to distort their minds, their trust, and their relationship. What starts as easy money slowly turns into a psychological experiment neither of them was prepared for. Enjoy watching. Mikey and Kate are a couple in their 30s who have been selected to participate in a high-paying experimental challenge. The task is simple, at least in theory. They must live together inside a single enclosed space known as the Immaculate Room for 50 consecutive days. If they both remain inside until the countdown reaches 0, they will receive $5 million. However, if one of them leaves early, the remaining participant will receive $1 million instead. Inside, there is nothing but a bed, a small bathroom, and a food dispenser that provides only the bare minimum needed to survive. A tasteless white liquid served in plain white cartons. A robotic voice announces the rules and periodic reminders. Above the exit door, a large digital clock counts down the remaining days. Next to the door, a red quit button allows either of them to leave at any moment. At first, Mikey and Kate believe it will be easy money. The touchscreen panel allows them to request treats, additional items that can be purchased at the cost of their prize money. Kate establishes a routine, setting early alarms, making the bed, and standing in front of the bathroom mirror, repeating affirmations to keep herself grounded. Mikey approaches the situation differently. He stares at the clock for too long. He analyzes the meaning of the color white, drawing from his art school background. He debates trivial philosophical questions, just to fill the silence. But the silence always returns. They attempt to entertain themselves. Meditation, jogging in place, hand-clapping games, dancing. Identical pajamas are dispensed each time they send dirty ones down the laundry chute. Days blur into one another. After several weeks, something unexpected appears. A bug. In a room designed to eliminate all outside variables, the presence of a living insect feels almost miraculous. Mikey talks to it gently, almost like to a child, and tries to feed it a few drops of the meal shake. But the robotic voice immediately warns him that food must not be wasted. Mikey wants to briefly open the door and release the insect. He promises that he will not step outside. Kate is convinced that even touching the mechanism could disqualify them. The argument escalates quickly. He accuses her of lacking compassion. She fires back, accusing him of performative morality and of rebelling against his privileged upbringing. In the chaos, she steps back and crushes the bug. She insists it was an accident, but Mikey struggles to believe her. Something in the room shifts. Frustrated and desperate for any kind of stimulation, Mikey decides to use one of his 2 allotted treats, spending $100,000 from their potential winnings. The system delivers a single green crayon. It seems absurd, and yet somehow it becomes essential. Mikey begins covering the white surfaces with drawings, abstract shapes, emotional fragments, symbols that feel like pieces of memory. When Kate asks him to draw her, he refuses to paint her realistically. He prefers distortion and raw expression instead. The Immaculate Room is no longer immaculate. Eventually, the crayon runs out. Soon after, Kate discovers a gun placed on the bathroom counter. Neither of them ordered it. They are too afraid to check whether it is loaded. The robotic voice warns them that non-clothing items cannot be disposed of through the laundry chute. So they hide the gun under the bed. From that moment on, its presence lingers in every silence. Later, the system activates what it calls connect time. Pre-recorded messages from their loved ones are projected onto the wall. Mikey sees his older sister. She speaks warmly, but assumes that he and Kate are no longer together. She urges him to confront the trauma he has never fully resolved. Kate's message comes from her estranged father, who is now living in a homeless shelter. The video cannot be stopped. Overwhelmed, she retreats and begins to cry. Eventually, she confesses to Mikey that she has always felt ashamed of her father's alcoholism, how he drank away their home, and with it, her sense of stability. Following this, Kate sinks into depression. She stays in bed for days. The affirmations stop. Mikey tries everything to lift her spirits, but nothing seems to work. With just over 2 weeks remaining, Mikey finally admits that he is not sure he can continue. That confession jolts Kate back into motion. Before stepping into the shower, she tells him to use his second treat, even if it costs more. The door opens and a naked woman steps inside. She introduces herself as Simone, an actress hired under strict non-disclosure agreements. She does not fully understand the nature of the experiment. Her presence immediately destabilizes the room. Kate insists that Mikey gives Simone his shirt. Simone admires Mikey's art, recognizing influences that Kate had never acknowledged. The tension between them quietly intensifies. That night, they share the bed, with Kate firmly positioned in the middle. The following day, Kate uses a treat herself. She receives 3 MDMA candies. Despite their hesitation, all 3 of them take one. They begin to dance, laugh, and kiss impulsively. Then Mikey spirals into a severe breakdown. He hallucinates drowning. He sees blood everywhere. He screams about Sean. It is revealed that Sean, his younger brother, drowned years earlier in the family pool while Mikey was supposed to be watching him. Mikey had been high that day. The guilt has never left him. Simone bonds with him over shared loss, revealing her own childhood grief. She takes his hand to comfort him. Kate interprets this as betrayal. Soon after, Simone disappears. On the wall, written in green crayon, is a message. No one has ever made love to me like that before. Kate accuses Mikey of cheating. He insists that nothing happened, that the message is manipulation, just like the gun. But she doesn't believe him. In a burst of anger, she pushes him. He hits his head against the wall and collapses, bleeding. He reminds her of the sacrifices he made, the friendships he gave up, the opportunities he walked away from, and asks whether she would really choose money over his life. Mikey decides to leave. He asks Kate to come with him. She refuses. She argues that he has always had money and that he cannot possibly understand what this means to her. Desperate to stop him, she retrieves the gun and points it at him, but he presses the red button anyway. She cannot pull the trigger, and he walks out. Kate remains alone. She wanders through the room, cries in the shower, and stares at a green drawing of raindrops, a reminder of how they first met in the rain. Slowly, she walks toward the red button. The film never reveals whether she presses it. Months later, Mikey runs into Kate outside a homeless shelter. They speak briefly. When he asks whether she stayed and won the money, she avoids the question. A plaque on the building reveals that a new kitchen was funded by an anonymous donation. Back inside the Immaculate Room, a new couple steps in, confident, excited, and unaware. The system resets, and the experiment continues. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to see the latest videos first.